Oni is a pamphlet one-shot for the Mothership First Edition tabletop role-playing game. Concept and design by Lazerus. Written by Jaime Heitler. Art by Thomas Heitler. Sake art by Attila Olenik. Proofing by Granny the Knife. Sensitivity reading by Hannah from Supergirl Reads. Music by Tabletop Audio and Karl Casey at White Bat Audio under the Creative Commons licensing. Content warning: this game may contain amputation, alcohol consumption, multiple personalities, organized crime, parental abuse, suicide, and violence. Hello and welcome back to Caveman Gaming. Thank you once again for tuning into Oni, playing the Mothership here on the channel. We are picking up, once again, on the Reiko for episode 5. Last episode, episode 4, the crew continued their search through the Reiko. Mel and Hudson had followed Granny up to the command deck of the Reiko, ignoring the oversized android Brother 20, who was feasting on his own brothers, limbs torn apart and strewn asunder the command level of the ship, as Granny led them into a private room where they discovered the cyborg father-daughter resting peacefully in a cryopod specialized to house her. Granny wanted to check up on her health. She was worried for the young girl. Asked Mel to run a diagnostic to examine her, see what he thought of her health, and as he did so, he discovered that the portable terminal sitting beside her is indeed the portable terminal that they were sent here to find and retrieve. In investigating, he discovered that the data on it is not simply just academic value, but 15 million credits worth of legacy stocks from the core worlds. So devising a plan to retrieve this portable terminal and get it back to their ship to potentially claim those credits. They had to come up with a plan to do so. However, needing an encryption key to access it, they learned from Granny that this encryption key is in the brain of father-daughter and would need to wake her and take her with them. As all that happened, Andre 4000 and Rooster had entered into a maintenance hatch as the other brothers were all gathering in the kitchen to practice and potentially perform a juggling act to entertain the delectable guests. A odd request, but the androids, programmed to cater to all of the desires of the delectable guests that have arrived here in the Reiko, willingly partook in this task that they were given, giving Andre and Rooster a chance to sneak down into a maintenance hatch into one of the thrusters, the starboard thruster of the Reiko. They descended into darkness and discovered a exit into the vacuum of space, as well as a hazmat suit. And with that, we'll get back into it. Mel, Hudson, you have just woken father-daughter. She unleashed this scream of binary screeches and said her name is Noriko as she steps forth out of the sleep cryopod. Looking around the room, her gaze settles down on the two of you. What would you like to do?
A question for you. When you said that, when she said that her name is Noriko, was it still the dual voices or was it a singular?
The dual voices. Yeah, out of sync, dual voices.
Okay, and when she lets out the scream, what is Granny's reaction, if any?
A mild look of concern. I don't think she seems too surprised by it. Possibly expecting some sort of a reaction. As all of you would know, that waking up from cryo sleep is a bit of a drain. Usually when you are in a cryostasis, it's to accommodate long space travel, and often when you are awoken, you are given stim packs to alleviate some of the nausea and the sickness that you get from cryosleep.
would we be able to give that to her, or would it even make sense, Mel? You're the expert.
I don't think we have any with us, do we?
Don't believe so.
Nothing like that.
There's a med bay down here. Were you guys with us when we searched that?
I was with you, I believe, wasn't I, Rooster?
Didn't search it, but I know it exists. All right. Honorable Noriko, I am Melvin, and this is Hudson. We're here to help. Yes. Appropriate bow. Granny brought us to assist you, and we are going to escort you to a ship to help you at this time.
She looks at the two of you. Melvin. Hudson. Excellent. Granny has done well. And at this point, you only hear that high-pitched falsetto voice as she addresses you. You are here to help me. Then you're here to allow me to escape. Yes?
Again, I'm going to quickly glance at Granny to see how she reacts to those words.
She gives you a smile.
Absolutely. Right, Hudson?
Yes, whatever you desire, we are going to help you with. We just were trying to look out for you. So if you guys are with us, we can move out of here and try to make your mission, accomplish your goals as well as ours.
She turns towards you, Hudson, gives you a smile, and straightens herself up with this air of like nobility or authority, and says, "Your words please me. You will do exactly as I say, and you will act to what was it you said? To do anything I wish. My desire.
Within reason, of course.
My desire
or logic
is to destroy the brothers and escape this life of crime that the father plans for me. I do not want it. I'm tired of it.
Of course, a lot's happened since you've gone under. You'll be able to see soon if you looked outside, but probably want to get off this metal hunk and get to our ship and just nuke the place from orbit.
That will suffice. I assume you have cleared a path for us to safely retreat to your vessel.
I have to ask you a question first, Noriko. Do you know what the Oni is?
Oni is the artificial intelligence of the ship.
Is there any way to interface with Oni from this room? A terminal, something where I could look at his programming, perhaps?
For this room?
Or we could focus getting out of here.
No, but Oni's data center is in the room on the other side of the command deck.
Okay.
Do you think the Oni will try to stop us from leaving?
If Oni spots us, absolutely. They are the will of Father.
Okay. If we were to just step out and move across the room, Hudson and myself, would that be okay? Would that help us? Could we do it?
What?
If you think you are capable of interfacing and reprogramming Oni, that would help us immensely. However, it is dangerous, and if you fail, You will gain the eye of every single brother on the ship, and they will stop at nothing to destroy you and any of your friends.
What about that giant monster thing outside? Can you control that at all?
What giant monster?
I'm gonna look at Granny like she doesn't know about the creature or the thing that was eating the brothers.
No. Noriko's been... Father-daughter has been asleep for a long time. Brother 20 only recently went against his own programming. He began to run low on charge and discovered that if he ate his own brothers, he would not need to descend all the way down to the staff level to recharge himself. So he sits up here and eats and grows.
So he only attacks brothers, though?
He will eat anything he can get his hands on.
Even you?
I don't stick around to find out.
Well, you seemed oddly comfortable with him being around, so...
He was already eating.
Okay, so Mel, are you trying to go across to reprogram Oni, or are we trying to get out of here? Because one has a huge upside, but a huge downside.
I think if they see her at all leaving with us, they're all going to attack anyway, so I think it's our best bet.
Okay, so if you guys stay here, we'll try to get to the data banks to help clear a path so that we can actually get out of here.
If you think that this will help, I will give you a few minutes to attempt this. If I do not hear back from you soon, I will attempt to make my escape on my own.
How far away is the is the data thing from here?
So you guys are in this room. You guys are in this room here. We came through this door. She's indicating that the computer room where Oni's core would be is through the door on the opposite side of the command deck into this area here.
Okay.
Is it locked?
Basically, just asked Granny and Noriko to give us as much information to help us accomplish the mission as possible.
I'll have to be more specific. I'm not just going to freely dish out and hand out all of the information you need.
Oh, come on.
Did you see if the door was locked or not?
Noriko would say, I don't think any of the doors are locked. No doors have locks on them on board the ship.
Okay. And do you know of any password, any encryption that I would need to be able to access this Odie and its interface?
Not that I would know of. That is not something that Father would share with me, as he uses Oni and his integrated mind to control me. And I want to separate myself from him. All I can tell you is that you will need to work quick. The data center of Oni runs often, and it runs at a very high temperature. That room has always been hot.
How hot?
If only I had a hazmat suit. Ah.
The faster you work, the better off you are.
Okay.
Is a human able to survive in it without any type of protection? Even if you work quickly?
Perhaps. It is not immediately lethal, if that is what you're asking.
Can you give me a guesstimation of how long till lethality, I guess? Like how many rads can I take?
Find out, Hudson.
Well, I think me and Mel are going to do it. What do you think, Mel?
Yeah, I gotta do something. If I can go in, I can go in by myself. If you don't want to go in with me, Hudson, it's okay. It's okay. I understand if you're afraid.
Mel, before you risk your life on this, I should make sure you have some sort of knowledge, some skills with working with artificial intelligence, yes?
Yeah, I had an understudy of AI at Phoenix University. Got a diploma and everything.
Then you're the one and only one for the job.
Oh,
You mean any one of us needs to go?
it's okay.
Okay. Bye, Mel.
I got this. But if that big thing starts to want to come to eat me, lethal weapons, man, that's you.
I'll try my best.
Right. I'm gonna try to very carefully crack a door open, peek out, see if Monstro there is still gnawing on things.
Oh yeah, his whole focus is to eat. So you can attempt
I
to
will
get across the room.
I'm going to go across the room quietly, very nonchalantly, and enter into the room of death.
As you do so, I will just go and roll an instinct check for Brother 20. Again, at disadvantage because he's focused on his food. That's not good.
For who?
As I say, is that a good or bad thing?
Better be ready with those lethal guns there, Hudson.
You better think of a name for your fist before this stuff pops off.
Mel, you are just about across the command level of this deck when Brother 20's large head turns in your direction. The blue circuitry lights that run beneath his pale flesh shift from blue to red as his face screen turns into a large red exclamation mark. He begins to stand up and says, "Hey! You're not supposed to be in here."
Is he too big to fit in this room? The death room?
He is going to start charging towards you. You and I
Okay.
are going to essentially enter combat for the first time. There is.
Would I be able to assist at all?
You're at the door. Yeah, you'll be involved.
Yeah, I was
in this as
gonna.
well.
Okay, cool.
Father, daughter, and granny are in as well. So there's no such thing as initiative in Mothership. We are just going to describe what you want to do. You get one action, one movement. That's it for a round. And then we roll. And once everybody's kind of stated what they want to do, where they want to move, we look at the rolls, see who's passed, who's failed, and describe everything that's happening simultaneously. So, Mel, as Brother 20 stands up and looks like he's about to go charging towards you, what is your first reaction? What is it you would do in this moment?
Yeah, I think I feel like my best bet is that he might be too big to fit into the room that I'm going to go into. So my plan is going to be to bolt into that door and try to shut it behind me, but more importantly, it's just to kind of get away from the door and hope he cannot fit inside. And if there's anything inside of there that I can, I'm going to do my best to kind of take cover. And yeah,
Okay.
I don't think he'd be doing anything else.
So for that, I will ask you for a speed check to see if you are able to kind of keep your feet under you, bolt through that door, and kind of get it closed behind you before Brother 20 is able to catch up.
All right. Moment of truth. 79 over 39.
Right. I'm going to jump over to Brother 20 then. As he moves right up next to you. And he picks up this large object that was sitting beside him. It looked like it's this makeshift pieces of rubble that he's slammed together himself. Almost looks like a great hammer as he raises it up over his shoulder and is about to take a swing with it down towards you as you fail to get through that door in time. Let me go ahead and roll a combat roll for Brother 20. An 18 under 65 is going to hit
Ow.
you, Mel. You are going to take 12 points of bludgeoning type damage, blunt damage, as this large hammer strikes into you. You hit the wall behind you, and you are now next to the door.
All right. I believe then that leaves me with 1 health because I have armor of 1, so he tears up my clothes. That reduces it by 1, right? And my health is 12, so that takes me to 1.
Correct. As this happens, Brother 20 strikes you with this hammer. You can go flying back against the wall. Hudson, what are you doing in this moment?
I guess I'm just going to. Well, I guess. Now you said with combat we get a movement. What's that mean exactly? I can only move once, or
Right. So there's no like squares or spacing. The movement is you can move from one section of distance to another. So there's adjacent, which means you'd be right next to the target. There's near, which means you'd be like 10, 15 feet away from it. Then there is far, and then extreme range. So right now you'd be within near distance of Brother 20.
okay, so I'm not actually in the room yet. Because what I want to do is I wanted to step in, and I have a tennis ball on me,
Okay.
and I was just gonna scream obscenities at him, at Brother 20, and throw a tennis ball at him to try to get his attention away from Mel, and then I wanted to step back in to the room. But if I can't do that, I'm just going to not step in the room, throw the tennis ball from inside the room, and then stay in this room.
I would say go ahead and give me a call it a strength to see if you can throw that tennis ball hard enough to distract Brother 20 enough to get his attention your direction.
So I have, would athletics be applied to this?
It's pretty athletic to throw a tennis ball, I'd say. Yeah, go ahead and have it.
Yes. Okay, cool. So athletics, and it's just a straight roll, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh shit. 61 failure.
Okay, take a point of stress.
Oh, I did. I'm at 5.
Okay.
But I still yell stuff.
At this point, Granny is going to step out, and she puts her hands up and waves this large knife around and says, Brother, relax. It's okay, he's with me. Leave him alone. She is attempting to call Brother 20 off of the Mel. I'm going to make an instinct check for Brother 20 to see how he reacts. He looks over and sees Granny and seems surprised to see her. The large hammer in his hand falls and hits the ground and says, "Oh no, Granny, I apologize. I did not mean to offend." And father-daughter is going to stay hidden in the room, afraid of this creature that she had no idea was here. So, Mel, what would you like to do this morning?
Okay. I'm going to slip into the room.
Okay.
And did I take a stress when I failed to run fast enough?
Yes. Yeah. Anytime you fail any check or roll, you take a stress.
Okay, I added that. Yeah, I'm gonna go into the room and hopefully find. I look around to try to find what could possibly be what I interface with Oni on, and depending on its location in the room, I will either either leave the door open or closed. If it's in a position where Brother 20 wouldn't see me, I'm gonna keep it open. Hopefully, it keeps it a little cooler, a little bit. Otherwise, I'm gonna close it.
You got it. You step inside this room. It is scorching hot. Leaving the door open is going to make no effect, no difference. As you step into the computer room where the data center of Oni is, I am going to ask you to roll me 3d6 to see how long it's going to take you to try to reprogram Oni.
Oh, nice roll.
Nice. 6 minutes.
6 rounds would have been nice.
You start getting to work. We are going to exit out of combat as Granny is now distracting Brother 20. Hudson, you see her move towards the back of the room to get his attention towards the opposite wall as she gestures towards you, attempting to signal you to exit out of that room and move into either the lift or the computer room, your choice. Or stay put is an option as well.
Let me. Do I get any indication that she wants me to take Noriko with me, or what?
You see as Granny gestures, father-daughter, or Noriko, is already on the move. She is heading for the lift.
Okay, so then I'm just going to follow suit and follow her.
Okay. You get
Hopefully.
to the lift. Father-daughter starts to close it. She stops the door from closing just enough so that you can see out and watch what's happening as you start waiting to see if Granny keeps him distracted and waiting for Mel to finish what he needs to do. Unless you want to head down. I should give you that option as well.
I think we're going to wait.
Okay. In that case, as Mel gets to work on the computer, father, daughter, and Hudson sit patiently in the lift as Granny starts scolding Brother 20 for his offensive behavior against her and the mistreatment of honored guests. We will hop down to Andre 4000 and Rooster as they ascend out of the maintenance hatch of the starboard side of the thrusters and check in with them, see what they're up to in this moment.
As we come out of the hatch here, are the brothers still in the kitchen prepping?
Yeah, it didn't take you long to explore that area, so it looks like there is still quite a few of them in the kitchen, or at least you assume because you don't see any on the deck, but the door to the kitchen is closed.
Andre, if you want to stash that space chute in our guest quarters, I don't know if they'll recognize it when you come out.
Yeah, I was going to ask Caveman, do I get the sense that like the AI is monitoring the environment, and if Andre is wearing that helmet, it would be an issue?
You have interacted with Oni once already when you spoke with the AI on the hologram terminal in the private quarters. You saw this red exclamation mark appear. What is your intelligence? What is your score for intelligence?
55.
Okay. And you are an android. You probably have some sort of... And you have skills.
Computers and mathematics.
I think you would probably get the sense that Oni is running on low power. He is able to kind of tries to keep an eye on the public level of the ship, and he can essentially possess any of the brothers when he senses that something might be amiss. So anytime that red exclamation point appears, that is Oni taking control of one of these servants or a terminal to address and speak with the guest who's acting strangely.
Okay. I'll go ahead and risk it. Leave the helmet on. One more question: is the helmet? Is the visor or the screen smoked? Can they tell who or what is in there?
We'll say it's reflective. It would probably have some sort of. It does have radiation shielding, so it would probably have that chrome look to it to prevent radiation from getting in through any visors.
Okay. I don't know how well they would be able to see if that were down, but he'll approach Rooster, still kitted up, with the idea brewing in his head that it may be possible that I could. I can't think of the word right now. Pretend to be one of the brothers in this hazmat suit if we need to.
Okay. Sounds good. Hey, looking at the kitchen door, is there any way that maybe we can bar it? Or is it just another one of these kind of wooden doors?
It's just another wooden door. Being a kitchen door, you know that it would swing open both ways, so that servants can come and go with trays and stuff in their hand relatively easily. Make sense?
Yes. I'm gonna say, Andres, you want to check out that other hatch? Maybe I can keep these guys in the kitchen for a little bit longer. The other maintenance.
Astute observation. I agree.
Okay. I'm gonna go over to the kitchen and just kind of open the door and say, guys, my friend, he is not really into juggling. And, I don't want to upset him and stuff. Instead of juggling, can you guys think of maybe he's really into old century human opera? Can you guys maybe pull up an opera and practice that instead of the juggling? I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to do this to you, but I just found out he goes crazy when he sees juggling, and it's not good. So we need to change plans.
One of the brothers steps forward and says, "But honored guest, you have requested this of us yourself. We have practiced and prepared the juggling show for you."
It was a huge mistake. If you guys come out here and do the juggling show, I'm sorry. It was my problem. It was my bad.
Then I'm glad that you were here and that you might be able to stay and watch the show that we have prepared for you.
Oh, excellent. That's a great idea. I can come in the kitchen with you guys, and you guys put on the show, and then you guys can practice an opera and put it on for my friend. You guys are so smart. That is a really good idea. Please, I'm ready.
What you desire, honored guest.
Please absolutely
enjoy the show. And you see these androids start dancing about, picking up fruits and vegetables, and are just throwing them into the air. A lot of them are splatting against walls and ceilings and hitting the floor, and they are moving about, throwing fruit and shit at themselves, and it becomes a very big mess.
I'm gonna clap like a monkey. One of those.
I was about to say, plot twist, they're actually juggling knives.
All right.
You keep them distracted in the kitchen as they start attempting to juggle, putting on a show for you, Rooster. Andre, what are you up to?
Quick like an android bunny, hippity hop hop down here. See if we can find another point of egress. What's going on around here?
Yeah, it looks almost identical to the other hallway that you just came back up out of. A short hallway that leads to a simple maintenance hatch and the floor with a ladder that descends down into the opposite side thruster.
Visor up, light on, down we go.
This trip will probably be very quick for you. It looks identical to the other side. However, this time, instead of finding a hazmat suit, you find a set of tools and a hand welder. But otherwise looks identical. There's that access port to the vacuum space, and then just those tools.
Are these tools portable, something I could put on my person?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do that. There's a hand welder and some tools, right?
Correct.
And then there's also another wonderful space hatch, yeah?
Yes.
Make a mental note of that. All right, quick, back up. Yeah, can I? Assuming timing works out, can they get back to this doorway and keep an eye out for like movement? If somebody's coming out of the kitchen or the lift is coming down, just kind of observing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Coolio.
So you head back there and just. You're watching.
I tell you what. Can I go even further? I apologize to cut you off. Would it be possible to do that from the guest quarter doorway?
Yeah.
Or even better.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah, you're just kind of keeping an eye out for any movement, any traffic coming through the salon and dining area. What is your intention if you do see any movement? What is your plan from there?
I think they're probably concerned about what's going on upstairs, so they're more closely watching the lift.
Okay.
I don't think the threat of the brothers coming out is that much, so
Okay.
Yeah, probably wondering what's going on upstairs, and if it goes too long, they may want to do something about that.
All right. Just to clarify, or to kind of you can step behind the DM screen here for a second. I gave Mel and Hudson quite a bit of time at the start of this episode, so I just want to make sure I'm giving you guys some time to be a part of this episode. So if there's anything else you want to do down here in the salon, any thoughts, ideas that you want to throw at me in this moment before we jump back up to resolve what's happening in the computer room, this would be the time to do so.
Yeah, we don't have any idea what's going on up there, do we?
I know.
I mean, so it's like...
Did the tool... Sorry, go ahead, Rooster. I apologize.
No, go ahead.
Do the tools offer any possibility of mucking with doorways or systems?
Let's see. So assorted tools include like wrenches, spanners, screwdrivers, etc., and can be used as a weapon in a pinch, as per the description in the Mothership book. So in regards to messing with doorways, I'm sure you could use any of those tools to like pop them off hinges, or I guess whatever ideas you have, let me know.
Okay. I'm gonna try and get Rooster's attention. I'm assuming you went into the kitchen with all those, with the mass of androids.
Yep.
Yeah. Is the doorway's open or not? They'll approach the doorway, see the juggling, and play into it, because I think they heard Rooster say that. So they'll understand the bit. So Rooster, and then seeing the juggling, they'll abruptly go, "Oh, no, not again! I need to talk to you out here."
I'm sorry. You guys have upset my friend. Give me a moment, and I'll step out.
Okay.
Yeah, that goes successfully. I'll let them know what I found, or what they found. Say, well, we've got some more options and tools now. I've got a hand welder and
I'll cut
literal
you off
tools.
just for a second here, as you asked or said, if it goes successfully. decided I would roll an instinct roll for the brothers, as they are being asked to do all kinds of interesting tasks now by Rooster and you. One of the brothers did roll 7, which is a success on his instinct. So you see one brother in particular, his face screen turns into that red exclamation mark as you call for Rooster to exit away from this show that they are putting on for him. Which means I need you to make me a faux pas check to see how they react. So roll a d12 for me.
I think you got to be a 7 or something.
What?
No.
As Oni takes over this particular brother, he speaks out to the rest of the androids. As you hear, his voice is a little deeper than the kind of rhythmic robotics of the androids originally. As you hear Oni's voice say, "Brothers, offer our palpable guests more sake. They are clearly becoming bored." And several of the brothers turn and start looking around for bottles of sake to offer to the two of them.
Inside the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Yeah, if I can get him out, I'll try and share what I found. And as discreetly as possible, I will imagine there's some sort of screwdriver or yeah, we'll say a screwdriver, or pry bar's too much, screwdriver. Flip it out, make visible eye contact at the screwdriver, and point his eyes to the doorway. And kind of give you the idea of, you think we can maybe get them all jammed in there?
I think we can give it a try. I will give him the thumbs up. I also have a toolkit. I don't know if I had to leave that at the airlock before coming in.
But you would have been able to bring most of your toolkit with you, for sure.
All right, perfect. I'll whip out a screwdriver as well and give you the nod.
Try and coordinate with Rooster. Quickly say, I go high, you go low. See if we can both get some sort of metal or something in there, and then to follow up with it, is the frame metal? I know you said it was a wooden door, but is there metal on metal? Oh, yes. Baby. Yeah. Oh, baby. All right. I think we should hand weld that door closed, Rooster.
I couldn't agree more.
All right, so that's what I think we're going to try and do. I'm trying to get that door stuck somehow, and then as quick as possible start.
And yeah, I will try to brace it as he tries to weld it.
I love it. Hell yeah, you guys head over, you start putting those tools into place to try and weld the door shut, trap all of these brothers inside of the kitchen. I'm going to ask, because you're trying to do it quick, you said, I'm going to ask for a speed check for the two of you. One of you can roll it at advantage as you are working together.
I will let you roll at advantage.
All right. Speed check. Roll that advantage.
And then you want a normal one for me?
No, just one roll from the two of you working together.
Okay.
Andre, if you have any skills that might apply to this, let me know.
I could make an argument for mathematics could help him with the geometry of finding the best focal point or strongest point to place those impediments. But I don't have anything that really helps with speed.
I think that's.
I have a plus 10 to industrial equipment, and I had a laser or that I had a welder when I came on the ship.
I think
if I get the sense that he's more mechanically inclined, I'll definitely hand over the hand welder to him if that will make a difference.
I haven't been moving around real fast, but
I think the best the skill that would apply here the most would be jury rigging.
Okay. And you wanted to, so that's an advantage roll, is that right?
Correct.
For Andre. 29 and 67. Under
29.
31. All right.
Oh, nice.
Just made it. Right.
Nice.
You successfully get these, the majority of the brothers, sealed up into the kitchen. It's going to take you just maybe a couple minutes to complete this. So I'm going to jump back up to Mel, who's made his way into the computer room of Oni. Mel, you need 6 minutes to reprogram this AI.
Yeah. Warden Caveman, if you wouldn't mind, if you could check my character sheet's bio, you will actually see the program has already been written. So with this program, it would not only just necessarily affect Oni himself, but it should propagate throughout the AI network to all the brothers, sit silently, and if they become a remote host for Oni, we'll force that upload. And based on that space exploration manga that I read as a kid, where there were space cyborgs and they needed to stop them from doing bad things, the most important command was to put them to sleep, a low priority command. And we want Oni to go to sleep, and even if he jumps into one of his brothers, it should tell him to do so.
Sorry, I was half listening, trying to get this open onto the screen so that people can see that you have literally written code.
It's an older code, but they're older robots.
Checks out.
Amazing. That's so cool. Sorry, describe to me again what...
So, as you can see with the code there, it's designed to sit silently in the brothers as well. It will spread throughout the neural AI network. And if Oni actually becomes a remote takeover of one of the host brothers, it will then upload this .net into Oni as well. So it wouldn't just be Oni's AI, but if he tries to take refuge in one of the brothers as well, it's going to encourage them to power up, to plug in, to go to sleep.
Amazing. Fantastic. You know exactly what your intent with Oni is. You start powering into the terminal within this room, plugging in your code that you have prepared. It still takes some time. This room is extremely hot. Let me rephrase. It is...
Selectively
hellishly hot. For every minute you spend in the center, you're going to take 1 point of fire damage. So as the first minute goes by, please take a point of fire damage and let me know where that leaves your health.
It leaves my health at 0.
Then you will take your first wound.
Got a spot on the sheet for a wound, so we'll see what this does.
I think there is.
Yeah, so it should be next to your
status
health.
report. Health, wound, stress.
You as a scientist only have 2 wounds. So, as you take a wound, I need you to roll me a d10, and I will tell you what grievous event happens to your body in this moment.
Ooh! The best one!
A 10. You feel your hair start to burn. Roll a d5 for me and gain that amount of stress.
1.
You gain 1 stress.
All right.
Okay. You now have 1 wound as your hair is starting to singe off in this heat. You keep working.
Does my health reset back to 12?
Your health resets back to 12, yes. Second minute goes by, you take another point of fire damage.
Okay.
3rd minute, another point of fire damage, all the way up to the 6th minute, as you take a total of 6 altogether fire damage.
Okay, down to 7 health. I currently have my shirt wrapped around my head, and the frail little beanstalk guy is in there, and all of a sudden now, tidy whities to cool down. But he's getting his code in.
6 minute passes. You hit the command. You read through the code, double check it, triple check it, make sure it is correct. You push it through. The red lights of the computer that is Oni shimmers and dims for a moment. The room starts to grow cooler. Your code is entered successfully. You have stopped Oni from potentially jumping into any other brothers. Not only that, but you have now gained full control of this ship and all of the brothers. And with that, we're going to go ahead and end episode 5, as the crew has done damn near the impossible, surviving a fight against Brother 20, reprogramming Oni himself, down in the kitchen where Rooster and Andre have now sealed in a whole bunch of brothers. They were still juggling fruits and vegetables. You could still hear them splattering against the floor and the ceiling on the other side of the room as you weld that door shut. There's a whir of noise as all of the fruits and vegetables hits the ground. There's not a single echo of a footstep as all of the brothers seem to stop moving entirely, as something has happened to them on the other side of that door. But we will find out how we resolve the mission aboard the Reiko next week here on Caveman Gaming. Thanks for tuning in.